All right, guys, what's up? I'm back. I just wanted to get it all set up here. Just give me 2 seconds. I have to get Ross going on in here, and then we'll get it set up. So, StreamYard. 1 second, everybody. Just give me 2 seconds. Get some people in here first before we get it going. I had to go back into Streamlabs or StreamYard. I don't know why I keep saying Streamlabs, but yeah. I want to make sure we get some people in here before I invite Ross back in if he is still available. But yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't look like there's anybody even coming in right now. Probably wasn't a good idea to do that. Oh, well. So I tried to start it out with, I need to get my headphones because I tried to start it out with YouTube and YouTube did not allow me to, yeah, Ross, it doesn't look like anybody even came back in because I tried to start it with YouTube and it only lets you do it face up like this. It doesn't let you do it orientation. So I'm back on Streamlabs and I need to get my other mic going, but it doesn't look like anybody's even in here at the moment. But let me send you the link. Give me 1 second. We can see if we can get some more people in. I know we had like 32 at one point in time, but I don't care. Who cares? Instagram. Messages. I'm fucking. There we go. One second, guys. I'm sending Ross the invite link. I know we only have, what, 3 people in here right now? Ross, if you come in, what's up, George? How you doing? Welcome. We had a bunch of people in. I have to go get my microphone. So, Ross, if you try to join, I'm just going to get my headphones. I'll be right back. All right. There we go. We're getting some people flowing in a little bit, little by little. All right, sorry about that, guys. So I tried to start the live. For any of you guys who weren't in my original live, we had an issue going on where my Streamlabs was not working with my Blue Yeti mic, and I don't know why. Then Ross came in and we were trying to do a live with him, but it didn't quite allow me to. Here, there's Ross.
We'll get him back.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
We'll get him back, man. I wouldn't sweat.
No, so I don't understand what the heck is going on.
So George is in here too. I was literally on the phone with George while you were setting up. I was like, let me let you go so I can help him with this.
Yes, it's like nothing can go easy for me.
Of course,
I swear, seriously. Should I send it to George too?
Sure, George. If you have a little time and want to come say hello, he'll shoot you the link. Send it to the ZAHAROFF account.
Yeah,
on IG.
I think
check IG if you're interested in jumping on, George. You don't have to, obviously.
Yeah, you don't have to. I just saw him in there, so I figured I'd send anyway.
But speaking of George, I wore rosé today, and I was enjoying it so much. It was time for a shave, so I went ahead and just shaved with the shave set, and now I'm wearing the fragrance again. So I got this beautiful rosé scent bubble coming off of my head from the aftershave.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I rubbed some on my chest and all. So I got just like massive rosé sillage going on.
You have the ZAHAROFF shave stuff. I have the Blue Atlantis or the Blue Atlas shave
Blue
stuff.
Atlas?
They just sent me this giant kit full of stuff like beard oil and shave cream. And
so George isn't coming.
That's fine.
He said he'll support from the sidelines.
Yeah, what's up, George? I just saw you in there, and I know a lot of times when you're in there with Ross, so I figured I would send anyway. I don't care, honestly. I'm happy to have you in the chat. I'm happy to have you there. I just appreciate your work.
Newt, I'm with you, man. It's even people that don't typically like rose, it's converted a few people to want to explore more rose fragrances because it's just so unique.
Are you talking about
signature rosé and then Adonis Awakens from Argos? That's the 2 best rose fragrances marketed for men I've ever smelled in my life.
So I was asking, I know you were on the treadmill earlier.
Yeah.
I've literally seen you on like 550
So Kevin
lives over the
emailed
last
me to
2
tell me
days.
Happy New Year after, by the way, the guy y'all are all arguing with.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he sends me emails like every 3 days, and I thought he was some kind of spammer, and I had no
No,
idea.
no, look, I'm God fearing man and all that too, but
Yeah.
religion, politics, all the divisive stuff, I don't put that on my channel. It was just
No, yeah, yeah.
anyways, moving on.
No,
A
I
lot of you
totally
probably don't have the context, so we'll move on.
I do, but I'm not going that
Yeah,
far
you
into
do.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Randy was starting to go at him like, Randy, I appreciate it. No, let's drop it.
Hey, I was trying to be nice, and then I was just not trying to be nice, just trying to like inform, and then everybody else was just like blah, 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 going right at him.
I had
But
to fuss Kyler, which I'm surprised Kyler's not here yet.
yeah. All I know is that I was in Streamlabs and I was just like, finally, I have a good mic. I can get some people coming into
A
my
lot of people
streams.
have that Blue Yeti. How you liking it?
I love the sound. I mean, I just got it 3 days ago, but the
How many
sound
people
of
did you
it,
have earlier, by the way? Sorry to cut you off.
37
We'll
whenever
get
I
there.
got off.
We're half of that right now. We'll get, like I said, I shared it, so some of my viewers should make their way over here.
I'm honestly not worried. I'm fine if I'm not one of those people that cares about views or likes or comments. Honestly, I don't care. Yeah, but with that said, I just don't get it. I was so happy because I finally had a good mic. I was like, YouTube's
They
algorithm
had
is
like
going
a
to finally
big
love
sale
me.
this holiday season on Amazon, I think, for Blue Yeti. Is that when
They-
you got it?
I actually got mine. It was a gaming. It came with the boom arm and everything like that.
Mhm.
But yes, we did see that.
Yeah,
But
I
then
got my
Target
boom
had.
right here.
Yeah, they came with the boom arm and that stabilizing stand or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
And then there's that. I have so many other things that go with this. I just haven't put it together yet. But yeah, it's just I started the stream yesterday. 10 minutes in, it just started going like that, and then I unplugged it, and then I plugged in these, and it did the same thing. So I restarted the stream, still did it, and then so I went to YouTube, and the Blue Yeti was fine. And then I did Streamlabs today, 10 minutes. Bless you, same thing happened. I was just super mad. So then I decided to do the stream today, talking about all the.
Well, I know you typically go live Sunday. I forget every time. I just randomly get on. It's like, oh, Randy's live, because I'm here every Sunday at least for a few minutes. I just forget about it.
Yeah, I figured that the easiest way to do my lives. I mean, since I only do usually one a week, I did one yesterday for the heck of it, and I figured 7:30 Sundays is fine enough time. I give me a couple hours, then I could still go running.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my knees are hurting.
So I put it in the chat, but we had 6 likes with over 20 viewers. We're better than this. Let's get that thumbs up. Let's alert more of Randy's subscribers that he's live right now.
Yeah, is that how it works?
My observation is it's better. It's like a broken part of the algorithm. There's millions of algorithms on this platform.
Oh, okay.
And there's one for notifications, obviously. And I notice when you have a better balance, this is just a long-term observation I've made. I could be wrong. It's just what it seems like. The better ratio you have likes to active viewers, it seems to want to actively pursue more of your subscribers with their notifications, because not everybody, even if they have all notifications turned on, not everybody gets the notification when you go live. I get messages literally every single time I go live. I have comments after the fact or messages after the fact.
See,
YouTube didn't let me know.
I did the StreamYard one tonight there was no notification on my other phone. Then I did the one on YouTube and there was a notification on my phone. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But
like, did you get the notification about me earlier?
No. Do you mean the one on? No,
the one where I was on the treadmill earlier today.
No, it popped up on my homepage.
But it didn't give you a notation that popped up on your phone.
Correct. No, it didn't.
Mark, I appreciate you. I just try to mix it up on the Rack Store tunes.
Well, I wasn't even looking at chat.
He said, I always wanted to say Ross has great taste for uplifting Rack Store hunt songs. LOL. I'm always grooving.
Yeah, that's Mark. He actually just won my giveaway and then decided to give it away to somebody else. I had a full bottle giveaway last night of that Latafa Alamir Uden Tentud, which is like a clone.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that in Neeb's live stream.
Yeah, and then that person turned out to actually not be a subscriber, and I said you had to be a subscriber. And it's like, dude, just hit the damn button. That's all you had to do. So So I did, and then I was giving away Latafa Assad tonight, so I gave away both of them.
You don't like Assad?
I do. I have Sauvage Elixir, and I
Elixir.
have another clone of it that I just got from wherever they're at. Zohar Aroma. Yeah, Zohar Aroma. Justin Copeland
Speaking of
actually
need, that's who
covered
just
it.
text me.
Oh, really?
His ears are burning.
Oh, it's funny. Every time that somebody talks about somebody, they always end up
That's
jumping on the
hilarious.
live or something.
Like literally, when you heard You've Got Mail Guys, that was Neep from the channel Aromatics.
I almost just asked you if you know who Justin Copeland is.
Are you really about to ask me that?
No, because he was the one who reviewed the Zohar Aroma. And I literally was just like, yeah, that Justin Copeland, you know who he is? I don't know why I almost said it, but then I caught myself halfway in.
Just one of my best friends.
No,
you know,
he reviewed this line. They're a Canadian clone house, like inspired by line.
Yeah.
And they do these fragrances. They do like inspired by, then they do oils. Like, where's the oil they gave me? Oh, it's in my other hand. Aventus, it's like a Ventus oil, but they also have the inspired.
The oils for Aventus is almost like a must at this point with regular Aventus. Like it's good to put that on and then spray Aventus if you have actual Aventus, newer batches.
And this one is, it says inspired by the fruity Aventus, and it's exactly what it smells like. It's absolutely fantastic. And I was like, I didn't know much, and then I looked it up and I saw that Justin reviewed almost the entirety of their collection. I was like, yeah, I might as well try it.
Mark, it's a Second Soul creator, but yeah,
Soul
Justin
to Soul
on YouTube.
Yeah, he also did Brass and Soul
as well. The previous fragrance.
I can't wait. Tomorrow.
I wore the Siren last night. It's the first time like in all of 2022. I think I wore the Siren.
I heard that one was really good.
I just kind of hold on to that in Brass and Soul. I just kind of have them because I don't want to go through them, you know?
Yeah, because her new one, of the Immortals, is the more unisex leaning feminine. And her, from
well,
what
I said
hear,
it in my weekly rotation video when I was talking about the Siren, that the Siren is more masculine because the coconut and jasmine and of the Immortals is definitely a more feminine fragrance, but it's not real feminine. Like I wouldn't call it a women's fragrance. It's definitely unisex. Because the booze and the spice and stuff like that save it from being too feminine. Because coconut and jasmine combo, that's a feminine combo in a lot of fragrances when it's dominant, you know, or prominent, I guess would be the better word.
Yeah, and I still love the fragrance.
Really
it's just not one that I would personally.
No, it really works. I mean, if you like feminine leaning fragrances, which I mean, I do. I love florals, you know. Like jasmine, I love jasmine. So I really enjoy it. I need to wear it again. It's been a couple of weeks.
Speaking of florals, I had a question. So they also sent me another inspired by that I've never tried, Ombre Nomade by Louis Vuitton. Have you ever tried that?
No, I haven't tried any LV fragrance. Not
either
one.
Have I.
Just clones.
Yeah,
not the originals.
And this one just smells like leather.
It's hard for me to want to pay niche price for a designer fragrance.
Yeah, I agree, and I can't. I hate how you
even
can't
if
buy
it's
them
a high quality, super high quality designer fragrance. It's just hard for me to want to shell out $300 plus, $3+. You know, on a designer when there's so many other fragrances that I'd rather roll the dice on in that price point that I've just been wanting to get and putting off. You know, like honestly, there's certain Tom Fords I'd rather get in the $200 some odd range than get the LV ones that are proven that I know I like and I just haven't gotten a bottle of.
Yeah, I got my Tobacco Vanille 3.4 ounce for $192.
So I'd rather do something like that. You know,
I want Adonis Awakens, but I said in your live earlier, I said that price is just crazy.
Yeah, but
and I heard it's so good.
Do you have any Argos fragrances? Do you have any?
None.
Then once you get one, even just the carded samples, like you can get a sample pack.
Yeah, I know you were saying that earlier.
Or you can get individual ones. And once you experience them, you're like, oh, that's what it's going to be. Oh, that's why they charge so much, especially when you get the presentations in hand, because you're not just paying for the juice. You're paying for a very elevated, thick, weaponized bottle presentation. The boxes, it's all storytelling.
Yeah, no, they're beautiful. I can see them every time I see
about it is high-end luxury. I mean, you're getting your money's worth with Argos.
Yeah, every time that I've ever heard of Argos was just from you. I haven't heard it ever before outside of that. But I really only watched 3 people, and you're one of them. So,
but Argos Adonis Awakens, I still can't decide if it's that or Triumph of Bacchus is my favorite, because for the longest time it was Triumph of Bacchus, which I almost wore today. I'm aware at some point this week.
What's
But
that one smell like?
It's basically take red tobacco, remove all the pungents and the dark notes, the smoke, the oud, all of that stuff, clean it up a lot, make it a little bit more fruity, add a bunch of just this rum absolute, make it more about amber, and smooth everything out with tobacco. It's you literally raise the quality, take out the dark nuances, and make it a cleaner fragrance, and you get Triumph of Bacchus.
That you're
better.
speaking. Yeah,
It's better.
You're speaking my language right now. Seriously.
Now Montrese in my live earlier said that he still prefers red tobacco, and teach their own. It's an opinion thing. They're both phenomenal.
Right.
But if I had to pick one, I'm taking 10 times out of 10. I'm taking Triumph of Bacchus over red tobacco. And I just wore red tobacco.
Somebody was just asking me about Ombre Nomade. I actually haven't tried that. But again, they sent me this thing called Insolent Oud, which is a clone of Ombre Nomade. And to me, it just smells like a dated rose and leather fragrance. It's not my style of fragrance. That's really all it's like really dark, and it's rose and leather, and it's super heavy, and it's in your face. It actually spilled. The entire thing leaked in the box. And so my house just smelled like rose and leather for the last 4 days. I was running yesterday and I almost gagged because I could still smell it on my hand from going through the box.
I'm loving my hand right now.
What do you have on you?
Rosé aftershave splash was all over my hand. So I already got a great sillage going, but as soon as I put my hand right here, it's just like strong in my face. Oh, so good.
I have I have Grand Soir.
You're rocking Grand Soir right now. So that's what I was agreeing to in your last live. I agree. If you purely look at from an amber standpoint, dominated by amber, I agree, because Ani is more vanilla.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel the amber is more dominant in Grand Soir.
Right, exactly.
So they do the same thing. They are similar, but there's differences. You know, so if you look at purely as an amber fragrance, I agree with the Grand Soir. It's pretty damn hard to beat. You're not gonna find a ton of people that are gonna argue that point. You'll find some, but I don't think you'll find a majority that would argue that point.
The owner of Venba is
Kushik.
Selling Kushik. He's selling me a bottle of the Grand Soir for $160. So
is he selling you one of the testers?
No, one of his personal stock. Because I don't know. It doesn't say tester on it.
The only difference is it's in a tester box. It's not labeled tester, because I got Aqua Celestia Forte as a tester from him.
Yeah, it was one of those ones that he posts on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah, the partials.
Yeah, are they? I don't know, because I know Hamza Can't Kill a Kamikaze, who's in the chat. I know he bought the Grand Soir off him as well. I didn't ask him if it came in a tester box.
So my Grand Soir came from Twisted Lily, but my Aqua Celestia Forte, which is a tester, came from Venba, but I bought it as a tester.
So he owns Twisted Lily too?
No. I'm saying that's where my bottle of Grand Soir came from. I got a bunch of stuff over the years from Kushik. All but one of my Parfums de Marly fragrances came from him. Like a third of my Manceras came from him. If he wouldn't have been out of stock on Viking when I wanted to buy it, my bottle of Viking would have came from him too.
Yeah, he is.
I've been friends with Kushik before Venba fragrances exist, when he was just in the Facebook groups, and he had an active spreadsheet that would update live as they sold stock. It was him, and he's got a couple partners.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been friends with Kushik for years.
Yeah, he has two on hold for me right now. He's a good
dude.
He has I told him I wanted to buy your bottle first before I bought the ones off him. So right now he has Millesime Imperial on hold for $170 and Grand Soir on hold for me for $160.
That's great prices.
Yeah,
that's great prices, man.
Seriously, right? The Millesime Imperial, I was like, I have to have that. How do you say it? Some dude told me the other day it was Millesime.
I think because of that asterisk on the E, it's Millesime.
Yeah,
I think it is, but I mean, most people say Millesime. You know,
that's what it is.
But I think it is Millesime. I think that's the technical way to say it. I believe. I could be wrong. Because of the asterisks on the E, I think that's accurate.
Have you tried a Mouage Reflection 45?
Which is why rosé, because there's an asterisk on the E.
Yeah, no,
that's why it's rosé and not rose.
Have you tried a Mouage Reflection 45?
Yes, I have a decan of it.
Somebody said it's more earthy.
It's more earthy and woody than the regular one. If you want more of the floral tones, go with the original, because the original is still a monster. I have a newer bottle of the original.
I haven't tried a single Mouage.
Oh God, not one. You're not living.
Yeah, people tell me that all the time. I said
dude.
Literally, I
If
started my
I
channel.
had to pick 3 houses, and this is the only 3 houses I could buy fragrances from moving forward, that would be one of the 3.
Yeah, and I already know one of the other 2.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
obviously Zaharoff. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Zaharoff,
then
Argos. It's hard to exclude people like Kajal and stuff like that, but would have to have Amouage. If we're looking at niche, it would have to be Zaharoff, Argos, and Amouage for me.
I
All bangers.
as
Everything I've ever
as of
tried.
March of this year, I only had 2 niche fragrances that I've ever owned, and that was Tobacco Vanille and Invictus. And this year was kind of
And
just like
Tobacco Vanille is technically not niche. It's private blend
private
designer.
blend designer. Yeah, I know some
It's their
people
high
call it
end,
one
like
way or the
Dior's
other.
private blend, Chanel's private blend, all that. It's
Yeah.
the upscale designers.
And so when I started my channel, I kind of started as like a designer channel.
Mhm.
And then people were like, do you get into niche? And I was like, I don't have anywhere around me to even test it. I wasn't big into the fragrance community at that point in time. And now I own like 26, and I'm not even like 8 months in, and I already own 27, 6. But I mean, to you, that probably is just like minuscule.
I don't even want to put a number on the niche fragrances I have, because there was a time when I was like, I'm not going to do it. I don't need to dive into that. And boy, once you get that first fragrance, you're like, okay, I need to dive into this more.
See, and it's sad because right now my favorite would be Parfums de Marly.
But I'm one of the few, and I think this is what my audience appreciates, my viewers appreciate, that just I'll love that $300, $400 fragrance just as much as I'll love that random $20 gem. Like I still love my cheapies, you know.
The same here.
I still wear cheapies more than I wear niche fragrances, and I got a niche fragrance collection a lot of people would fucking love to have. I'm not saying it's a bragging thing. It's like I just like things that smell good to me. I don't care how chemical or natural they smell, or if it smells good, it smells good. You know.
I mean, how many reviewers do you know that when George Zaharoff asked them on a live what their favorite fragrance is, would say most wanted? Me.
You for sure. Yeah.
But
some people favor designer more, because that's kind of how I get viewed, that I favor designer more, because the cheapies fall into that designer realm.
Yeah,
it's all synthetic oils, you know.
Have you tried, by the way, I was going to ask you, have you tried Paris Corner Wild and Tobacco?
No. Tomorrow I'm wearing Maison Alhambra TABAC finally, which is their version of TABAC color, from what I understand. It's great. I did that first impressions when I did the haul. Finally getting around to that one tomorrow.
Yeah, I just smelled the Paris Corner. It's bomb. Fantastic.
So I still have Emir Celestial, like Joel's Matrix. I don't know if he's in here. He's been on me about doing it. There's a few people that have asked me for the review. I haven't gotten around to wearing it yet. It's a clone of Ganymede.
Oh my goodness.
Which I have tried the Ganymede twice just once with Justin. So I can't really compare the accuracy to Ganymede, so I got to just judge it as an individual. But eventually I'm going to get to that one too. Yeah. Paris Corner's got some good clones, man.
This was the first one that I tried. One of my subs sent me. I have like 3 subscribers. One that sends me like literally every niche in existence except for Amouage. And then I have one that sends me kind of like every MANCERA known to man. And then I have one that just sends me pretty much everything in his collection. And he just sent me one Paris Corner, and I tried it, and I was like, wow.
Speaking of MANCERA, in that same haul, I got Aquawood in. I haven't wore that yet. I'm kind of saving that for the spring. I loved it. It was the one I rated the highest in the video, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm going to save it for the spring. I think this can be a good deep fragrance in the spring. Amber incense, but still fresh and fruity, you know?
Yeah. Too bad Tonka Cola isn't what I was expecting.
So you're disappointed with it?
Yeah. I watched Chaos's review on it, and I was like, I don't think you even smelled this damn fragrance.
I don't watch Dallas, so I don't know.
No, either do I. But for some reason, I get a lot of subscribers that watch his community tab, and they email me about it all the time. And so somebody emailed me, hey, you got to check out the Tonka Cola because I know you were the first one to review it. And I was like, okay. And so I looked at it, and I was like, first off, there's hardly any cherry in it. Second off,
disappointing.
When you first spray it on, it's
I love a good cherry note.
There is that cola vibe in the opening. And then you get lemon and herb. And it's a lemon herby cola. And then after about 20 minutes, it dries down, and that lemon and that cola kind of tone down as you get a lot of tonka, a lot of powder, and a dark cherry underneath it, but very, very, very light.
So when you say a lot of powdery tonka, does it smell like something that could go in the code line?
No. To me, the dry down, it's kind of like, and it doesn't smell exactly like it, but I'm trying to give you like a little impression. L'eau medial eau de parfum, if you took out the almond and you kind
That's
of
a
just,
lot of cherry though.
but that's what that was my second thing. And you tone down that cherry a lot.
Okay. So
And so that,
basically the heart and base of the fragrance, but not the top.
exactly.
Because the top's a lot of cherry.
And that's what,
And you get the creamy almond.
The opening and the dry down are completely separate. The opening is that cola, herb, lemon mixture. And then the dry down is kind of just what I just told you. It's just powdery with a dark cherry in the background. My
I saw Omega said that he wants to get a Royal Tobacco and then Virtus Vanilla Oud. Do it. I haven't tried Royal Tobacco, but Virtus Vanilla Oud, that was my favorite pickup of last year. I got it right before the year ended. No.
You know so many more fragrances than me.
Yeah, so I fell in love with it smelling it on Justin, and I had to buy a bottle. It's hard. It's sold out at all the discounters when I was looking. I bought the last bottle Perfume Empire had, and I paid $185. It was discounted. It's like $3-something retail. You can get it from Max Aroma. You're just going to pay retail. But you can also get a decant from Max Aroma and try it that way, though.
See, my wife would destroy me if I went and just bought a bunch of fragrances at that price. I have a list of fragrances I want to buy, and I kind of buy them at one at a time because I buy every designer release.
I don't do that. There was one year when I tried to get a lot of them, like 2021. I tried to get a lot of them, but only ones that interested me. This past year, I still bought a good bit that came out, but again, it was only the ones that interested me. I don't try to chase every single release.
Oh no, so I return the ones that I don't like.
And see, I don't want to do that. That's why unless it really interests me, I'm not even going to go after it.
Yeah. I mean, I just do it mostly because everybody on my channel tells me to. They're just like, hey, try that. I'm like, all right.
I mean, there's certain ones that I get really like. I can't wait for Victor and Rolf to put another Spice Bomb flanker out. I'm going to buy that at retail the day it launches in North America. I did it with the last 2 releases.
Infrared Parfum.
Because they can whatever they put out, I'm good. They can do no wrong in my mind. That's one of the best designer lines ever to exist, in my opinion.
When you said you said that on your live the other day about the infrared and the night vision EDP and stuff, I was like, all right, this dude knows exactly what I like. Yeah. And me and you have a very similar taste.
Well, yeah, you're a most wanted guy and everything. Like we have similar designer taste for sure.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
We're here. We're eye to eye on that stuff.
Which is why I was so confused whenever you created Evening Mystique.
Well, it can't all be mass appealing, man. I already made the mass appealing fragrance.
I'm not talking about not talking about the mass appealing, because to me that actually is. I mean, just because, but I'm not mass. I mean, I'm just me. But to me, it's super appealing to me. But I'm saying that the type of fragrance that I thought that you normally went after, it was the complete opposite of what you made. And so when I smelled that, I
knew everybody was going to be surprised the first time they smell it. Because even when you see the notes, you don't get it till you smell it.
Right.
Then you're like, really? This is what he wanted to do.
I
told George months ago, nobody's expecting this fragrance. Nobody.
And it's the most unique of the 3. I just got yours and Second Soul, and yours are on the way right now. I decided to buy Second Soul the day after I bought yours.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong in this collection. You can't. I'm sorry. The first 3 were great. These 3 are outstanding, phenomenal. Pick a word that you would put above the word great. That's what these 3 are. And I say that as humbly as I can. Right. Because I know we killed it. We
definitely did.
You know? So yeah, I've yet to see anybody dissatisfied with their experience, whether it's they bought one and got samples of the other 2 or whatever. Like the samples have actually turned into more bottle sales, because people will be like, say they buy of the Immortals, because obviously the biggest following, the most popular, the 3 of us is going to, lead the gate right off the bat. But then they smell me and Justin's and like, ooh,
right.
I need those 2,
Speaking of the decants, did Denim contact you?
Recently?
Yeah.
Other than he randomly sends me messages every couple of days. We'll talk.
Oh no, he messaged me. I don't know why he messaged me. I think it was maybe because you were on my live that night, and he said that he got your bottle of Evening Mystique.
Oh, from a couple weeks ago. Yeah, no, George already fixed that for him. And he didn't get the Immortals decant, I think.
Yeah, I don't know why he came to me. Like I was just like, well,
he had already messaged me. I guess he was messaging every Tom, Dick, and Harry under the sun about it.
Yeah,
because I had already talked to him, and I told George I was in Chicago, and I told George, hey, we accidentally sent the wrong one at the name.
Yeah, he was having a fit about it, so I figured I would ask you right now because you reminded me of it.
It's okay, Nima. It's okay. It's been fixed. He's got the right decant now.
Yeah.
It's been fixed for like 2 weeks.
I don't know why it made me think of
Yeah.
it. You said decant, and I just thought of that. I'm gonna give your decants away when I get them because I already have them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, might as well let somebody else try it and buy it if they want to. And
Scott
I do give away
asked
every
if,
Sunday.
if
So
isn't Iris one of your favorite notes? It is. It absolutely is. So the first fragrance was centered around Iris. This time around, Iris is a supporting note. It just captures some of the DNA of the first one to tie them together. It's not hugely related to Business Over Pleasure, but you will smell it in the backdrop if you're familiar with Business Over Pleasure.
well,
And then earlier I saw a question about Gentleman EDP versus Prada L'Homme Intense. Which one do I prefer? I'll put it to you this way. I have 2 bottles of Prada L'Homme Intense and 1 bottle of Gentleman EDP. And I love Gentleman EDP.
Prada L'Homme Intense is my favorite Iris fragrance.
And Prada L'Homme, the original, was the one that made me fall in love with Iris and want to deep dive into all the different ways Iris can smell.
Yeah, I just did because I didn't buy Prada L'Homme Intense until this year. And whenever I did, I said to everybody, it was probably my favorite fragrance of the year. And then I just did my top 5 pickups of 2022, and Prada L'Homme Intense was number 1. Yeah, mine's right there.
This stuff's amazing. My backup bottle's in a box. I won it in a raffle. It's not even in an original box, and I don't have the box for this one. I threw this back before I used to keep the boxes, but one of the best patchouli Iris leather combos I've ever smelled.
I got it on Nordstrom Rack, and it was $46.
Really?
Yeah, not like 4 months ago.
Oh, I remember. People were messaging me about that. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it was $46, as was Jean Paul Gaultier's Superman.
Oh, God, this is such a good fragrance.
It is really. I know,
seriously, on my wrist.
It's my favorite fragrance pickup of 2022.
It's one of the best cooler weather Iris fragrances. It's not so heavy and so strong that it's only cooler weather. It just shines.
No, yeah, I 100%. I don't know what it is over other Iris fragrances that I've smelled, but this one just, if you smell it, it's just, the blend is just phenomenal. It really is
awesome. It's one of the best designers to come out in the last 10 years, probably.
I 100% agree with you. It's in my top 5. Right?
Very unique,
for sure. Yes,
for what it is.
I
smell like Rosé and Prada L'Homme Intense. I got it going on over here.
I put it up there with Cashy, like right at the top of my list.
That's a strong statement. That's about as popular of a mass appealing fragrance as it gets.
And to me, I mean, I know they're different types of fragrances and stuff, but those are 2 of my top 5. Cashy's my number 1. Always, I mean, for designers, obviously.
Omega said he's got 4 bottles.
Yeah, somebody told me they had 8 before. I'm like, yeah,
you'll never go through 8. I don't care how much you spray. You're not going to go through 8. You got to be a heavy sprayer, and that's all you wear.
Do you remember whenever they did that? What's it called? That Blue Electric discontinuation. And everybody's like, I'm buying 10 bottles. I'm like, what's the point?
Now it's available in Europe.
Yeah, and you can go on News Parfums right now and get it for $42.
I got it for whenever Macy's was doing that, fire sale for the 2-ounce bottles. That was when I bought it.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it better than the original.
I got mine on News Parfums. I never really liked the L'Homme line, to be honest with you. Or LNDL line.
Invictus Victory Elixir seems like a winter fragrance. Do you guys think it'll miss the train for this winter? So I haven't looked at the notes. I saw the Paco Rabanne commercial. iFragrance posted it on their stories.
I have them right here.
Because I was literally like 2 days before I saw this talking about I need to give Victory another chance because it's the only one I don't have, and now Victory Elixir's coming. Yeah,
my last live before you came in, I read the 3. So Invictus Victory Elixir, right there it is. Invictus Victory Elixir. The olfactive family is amber woody, and then the notes are amber, frankincense, tonka, and vanilla. So pretty much the same as what you get in the original elixir. The original
have a rich smell.
Yeah, and then that frankincense in there, obviously. And then you have your Bad Boy, which I hate Bad Boys, but Bad Boy Extreme sounds amazing, and the Bottle Stealers. I mean, black and gold.
But Saints. That's plum, more gold than yellow, buddy.
No, I said that too. I did say that too. But the Bad Boy Extreme is clary sage, bergamot, ginger, plum, vetiver, tonka, frankincense, cocoa. It actually is
That
cocoa,
does
not
sound good.
cacao, and a Papanax. It sounds
Not
amazing.
familiar with Pomponax, but the rest of it sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know what Papanax is either. I figured you might.
Mm-mm. I'd have
And
to look
then,
it up and see what the olfactive family is for the note. I mean, obviously, it sounds like a synthetic that they created. It's like
yeah,
Orchinox is exclusive to Mon. That's in Evening Mystique. It's of the ambergris family, but
that's what it was. That's why I
it's
thought
more
you
of
were
an
done.
ambery, woody, balsamic type of note that leans ambergris. Like it's
Right.
ambergris family, but doesn't smell just like ambergris.
Yeah, and then there's the Boss Descent Magnetic, which it only has 3 notes. It kind of looks
That
just
one
like
I'm
a.
interested in. I saw the notes, the 3 notes on that one. That I'm interested in for sure.
I kind of feel like it's going to be a mix of Boss Descent and the Boss Bottle. Like, I think it's going to have, because it has that
That would be
vanilla
interesting.
absolute underneath.
Well, the Meninka can be done a few ways because, like in the Absolute, it's very boozy and warm,
Yeah.
whereas it's just more fruity and sweet in Private Accord, for example, or the original, because I have the
Right.
original Toilette too. The only one I don't have Pure Accord and I don't have the Intense. I've smelled the Intense. Too many people I trust have been disappointed by Pure Accord. That's why I didn't even bother. But who knows? I might love it. I still ain't
Private
give it
Accord
a
is the
chance.
only one I feel is worth a pickup.
Private Accord and Absolute are the
Absolute.
2 standouts. I
Right.
love those 2. They're different enough. They're not redundant. Um, in the cold, Private Accord's a personal favorite of mine. That's why I have a big
Me
giant
too.
200 ml. Personal favorite to wear during the day in the cold, and then the Absolute's great at night. It's a good evening version of the scent.
Somebody said Randy hates ombre leather. I don't trust the dude. I just don't
You
like
hate ombre leather?
I do not like leather heavy fragrances. Leather is my least favorite note when it's heavy.
Well, you're not going to like this then.
No, that's why you in that live when you were kind of giving a brief
Well, I gave
rundown
a
of
lot
it.
more detail so anybody that wants to hear more on leather tobacco, watch tomorrow's weekly rotation video. It's even in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I kind of gave a breakdown of what you broke down in that live, but I said like I'm just going by what you said. But I said
You should still try it to see because it might be the one for you.
that's what
But
I
if
said
you
I'm gonna
really
do.
don't like leather, you won't like it. It's a lot of leather and suede.
Yeah, and so I said when you were in there, I mean you were on Instagram, so
But
the
it's not
chat's hard to
overrun
read.
by the leather though.
Yeah.
If it's like super like it's all leather with a bunch of other notes, if that's the stuff you don't like, then this one might have a chance because it's not that.
You want to know what's funny though is that when you were in the Instagram, you said plum was the first thing that you mentioned, and I said you had me at plum, you lost me at leather. Plum is my favorite fragrance note,
I know.
and leather is my least favorite fragrance note.
But it's not overrun by the plum either. But you do get a juicy hit of plum to go with spice, to go with this this birch tar that he used is probably the most dominating note in the opening.
Yeah,
It's a thick taric smokiness that really rounds everything out.
And so leather, if it's blended nicely with other things, I'm fine with it. But if it's to me, ombre leather smells like a leather jacket. That's what I get from ombre leather, and I can't wear that. It's not my style of fragrance.
I mean, to each their own, you know.
Yeah,
I love leather fragrances this time of year. Once spring hits, I'm kind of done with leather.
Right.
It's like late fall and through the winter. I like it. I like cooler months for leather. Even fresher leathers, I don't like them when it starts to warm up.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Somebody just sent me Supreme leather by Polo for the first time I ever tried it, and I was like, "That's like Supreme everything but leather."
Really?
It's
like I've been wanting to try that one for years.
It's actually quite nice. There's honey in it. It's like a sweet aromatic fragrance with literally like a real fresh leather underneath, but
like
hardly
a soft brown leather, like
a
brown leather purse kind of thing.
But it's way underneath to the point where you can hardly smell that there's leather in it. It's actually quite nice. I was surprised, and I was scared to try it because of the name.
And the name and the color of the bottle and everything's always excited me. Like it looks smooth. It's a smooth look to the bottle.
And now it's like $165 on eBay. But I said you can go on Scentbox, and
my fault for procrastinating.
It's on Scentbox right now, which most people don't know. You can go on Scentbox and just buy crap, and a lot of times they have discontinued things like Supreme Leathers, like $100, and then you use the code. I think it's like Big 15 or Review 15, and you get 15% off that. So it brings it down to retail.
Noted.
Yeah, I did that with 1 million Privé not long ago. It was like $190, but if you
I
go on
put
there, it's like,
Privé on my table a couple days ago and then took it back off. I was about to wear it and I was like, nah, I want to wear some of these because I got so much new shit
and that
I want
one's
to
more
wear.
just like fall centric, and you bring it out to wear
It
it because
does
it just smells
scream
great.
fall. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's like I want to wear it because I love it, but it definitely gives me the autumn vibe, you know?
yeah. It's like, why do you smell like apple cider?
Yeah,
It's winter right now. It's just, I
you're
don't
right.
know.
You're right.
All right. Well,
Pumpkin
it's not.
spice
It's
is
not.
over.
It's 9:41. I gotta go running before my wife has a conniption fit.
No worries, man. Thanks for having
Hey,
me. Thanks for starting it
thanks
over
for
so we could
joining,
do it
man.
together.
Next time you have a live, let me know if you want me to
Hey, we
join.
got
I'll
40
jump in.
people. We got a decent crowd.
I know I'm sad I have to leave, but you know me. I got my set. I even had to kick you and George off that one night because I had to go.
I remember.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you, chat. Thank you guys so much.
Of course, man.
Congratulations to the people who won the giveaways. Make sure you email or Instagram message me. And Ross, thank you so much. I appreciate it, bud.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me. Thanks to everybody in the chat, too.
Hey, have a good week, dude.
You too, man.
Later.
Later.